It's Dion Evans again here for another episode of Reality Bytes. Before we get started, I know you're asking yourself, why are you in the kitchen? You're not cooking, you're right, but I have to go where the light is. In order to get the good video, you have to go where the light is. So now on to the business for today. I'm excited because we're here for the second installment of the Reality Bytes Rocky Edition. Big stuff. I'm so excited because I love the movie. I love it, and I love everything that it stands for, everything that it's about, all the characters, the multifaceted, the multicolored, the multi-natured, the multi-personality characters in this movie. But I want to start off with something really different that you really don't think of when you think of Rocky, but it's one of the first things that pops out to me in a major way. Listen, I love chick flicks. Unashamed, I'll say it. My wife and I will be watching together. I love shooting movies, love action, love fighting, love all that stuff. But I love a good chick flick. Love a good rom-com, as they call them, romantic comedies. But I love the love. I'm watching Rocky the other day, and I told my wife, rolled over and told her, I love their love. I just love their love, the love between Rocky and Adrian. So what I want to encourage you about today for a few minutes is, if you are courting or being courted, or if you are married, you need to have yourself an Adrian. Now, that's what I call my wife. I know it's not her name. Her name is Michelle, but I call her my Adrian because that is the kind of thing I see in her. Some people would call it ride or die. Somebody that's down for you, a woman that's down for you, any of those terms. That's what my wife is. She's an Adrian. And there are a few qualities I want to talk about today that personify the Adrian. First of all, major support and encouragement. Adrian was with Rocky from the bottom, from the beginning, before he was anything, until she died later in Rocky 6. But we find out that she was a huge encouragement. Whenever he was about to give up, when his back was against the wall, she was screaming to him, go, go, go. When nobody else cheered him on, she was the one in the audience. She was the one watching TV at home, cheering for him, praying for him, wanting him to win, wanting him to come out alive, wanting him to get to the other side. That was her MO. That's what she wanted for her husband. That's what she was desirous of for him. She was that woman in his life. You need that. Let me say it flat out. You need that. If you are in a relationship and that is not what you have, you don't have that support, that diehard encouragement, there is a problem. Somebody say, Houston, there's a problem. You need to have that encouragement in your situation, in your relationship, in your love relationship. There needs to be encouragement and support. This Rocky, when he was dying on his way out in different fights and injured in hospital beds, Adrian was right there holding his hand, supporting him, holding him up. And it's not saying she was a lesser woman at all. But even if you are a woman and you're dealing with the man in your life, if he is not a support to you and encouragement to you, there is a problem. So you got to have an encouragement. Second huge point that I find out from Adrian is she was a challenger. Listen, when you are in a relationship, you need somebody that challenges you. Not somebody that plays mind games, but somebody that sees you for who you are, can see past all your fluff, all the fronts and facades you put on, all the fakes you put on to the world and to society. They can see past that and say, hey, I see the destiny in you. I see the purpose in you, and I'm going to pull out of you exactly what's in you. In Rocky 3, she stood on the beach with him. He lost his eye to the tiger. He and Apollo just got in an argument because Apollo saw that Rocky had fallen off, had lost his vigor and his enthusiasm for the fight game. And Adrian said, hey, what is wrong with you, man? What's the problem? And it pushed him so much to say that I am afraid. So she took that fear and pushed him past it. You need somebody, listen, who challenges you to push past the fear. My wife is that way for me. She challenges me and charges me to push past my fear, to push past my insecurities, to push past my lack, to push past all the stuff that I don't think is in me, to push me to the place where it is. If the person that you are in love with, or the person that's in love with you, cannot dig out of you the deeper destiny, the deeper thing, the deeper purpose, the deeper meaning, then again, Houston, we've got a problem. Because Adrian was a challenge to him. She would not let him go deep, go lower than he was supposed to be, but always took him higher than he was. So when I'm loving somebody, that needs to be an enhancement. Who are you loving, or who is loving you that enhances you? who brings the shine out in you. That's what Adrian did. That's what my wife does. Can you turn over in your bed or turn over in the passenger side of your car and say, that's what the person does who you are in love with, who you are in a relationship with? If it's not, Houston, we have a problem. I'm not going to dwell long. I just wanted to get those 2 quick points to you about your Adrians. So when you hear Rocky say at the end of a fight, "Yo, Adrian, we did it," that's what he means. It's all wrapped up in that one thing, because he was fighting, she was fighting. When he won, she won, because she was pushing and supporting and encouraging and loving him to life. So if you're married, make sure your spouse is loving you to life. If you are courting or being courted and single and waiting for somebody to come get you, make sure they love you to life. Don't settle for less than being loved to life. To have someone that brings out your shine, supports, encourages, and challenges. I love you all so much. I will see you all on Monday for part 3 of Reality Bytes, the Rocky Edition. See you soon.